Hailey Bieber recently graced the cover of Vogue Italia. But this appearance was more than just a stylish photo shoot. Behind the striking images, she shared one of her most honest discussions yet about life as Justin Bieber's wife. Navigating postpartum changes and dealing with constant rumors about their marriage. The timing of this interview couldn't have been more intense, as online speculation about her relationship has been stronger than ever. The feature, published on July 23rd, showed Hailey opening up in ways she hadn't before. As a model, entrepreneur, and the founder of Rode, she usually keeps her private life guarded, but this time she spoke without filters. She addressed the harsh gossip surrounding her family life and how exhausting it has been to handle constant speculation during what she called the most vulnerable phase of her life. In August 2024, Hailey and Justin welcomed their son, Jack Blues. It was a moment that should have been filled with calm, healing, and happiness. Yet, she found herself confronted by endless rumors and false stories about her marriage. Hailey described postpartum life as not just physically demanding, but also emotionally draining. She explained that it felt like stepping into a completely new version of herself, one she needed time to understand and accept. On top of this personal transformation, dealing with online rumors made the situation much harder. Every day, stories appeared suggesting that she and Justin were unhappy or on the verge of splitting. These claims spread so fast that it became impossible to ignore them. Hailey admitted that the constant stream of misinformation was maddening, and even finding the words to explain her feelings was challenging. She described her life as crazy, but stressed that much of what people see online doesn't reflect reality. To her, the life that truly matters is the one she shares privately with Justin, their son, and the close friends and family who really know her. One striking part of the interview is how clearly she separates her public image from her private reality. She openly called out the media and social networks for creating stories that have no basis in her actual experiences, a level of honesty that many celebrities avoid. Speaking so candidly about her marriage, especially during a sensitive period, signals just how overwhelming the scrutiny has become. Kendall Jenner, one of Hailey's closest friends, also contributed to the feature. She described Hailey as incredibly caring and maternal toward the people in her life. Kendall shared that whenever she faces panic attacks or health anxiety, Hailey is always the first to show up and provide comfort. This perspective emphasizes an important side of Hailey's personality. Even while managing her own struggles, she continues to support those around her during difficult times. This is not the first time Hailey has publicly defended her marriage. Just 2 months earlier in May, she appeared on another Vogue cover addressing the negativity directed at her and Justin. At that time, she expressed surprise that the criticism hadn't diminished after she announced her pregnancy. She had hoped that 7 years of marriage and the joy of expecting a child would quiet the backlash. It's good, and allow them to live in peace. But instead, the negativity not only continued, it intensified. That reaction was unexpected for her and highlighted how celebrity relationships are consumed by the public. Hailey assumed that milestones like marriage and having a child would protect her from constant scrutiny. But instead, they seemed to amplify attention. The birth of her child and the longevity of her relationship only increased the fascination surrounding her personal life. She remains under public scrutiny while all she wants is to raise her family in privacy. One of the most revealing aspects of the interview is how Hailey shared Justin's role in helping her cope with public criticism. She credited him with teaching her how to manage life under constant judgment. Justin has faced this kind of attention since he was a teenager, dealing with adoration and harsh criticism on a global scale. Hailey explained that his experience has shaped how she navigates the same pressures today. Through this interview, Hailey gives a glimpse into the reality behind her carefully curated public image. She exposes the gap between what fans see online and what life is really like behind the scenes. For her, the online chatter is largely meaningless compared to the real moments she shares with Justin Jack Blues and her inner circle, while the headlines paint a picture of chaos or conflict. Her reality is about building a family and finding strength in each other. The candidness she shows is rare, especially in the world of celebrity, where private life is often hidden or controlled. by speaking openly about the challenges she faces. She not only humanizes herself, but also challenges the idea that fame and family are simple or effortless. Hailey shared that Justin's advice was straightforward but honest. He told her that trying to change what people think or silence the critics is a battle that can't be won. Fighting against public opinion only leads to frustration. Instead, he encouraged her to stop feeling the need to defend herself at every turn. His perspective comes from years of navigating fame, growing up under the constant gaze of the internet, paparazzi, and headlines that often shaped him before he could define himself. Justin's long experience with public attention has given him tools to handle the pressure, even though it hasn't been easy. By passing those lessons on to Hailey, he helped her find a way to cope with the overwhelming noise online. For her, his guidance has been essential in maintaining balance during such a turbulent and vulnerable period of her life. The timing of Hailey speaking out is also significant because both she and Justin have been much quieter online lately. They are posting less on social media and appearing in public less frequently. This suggests they are intentionally stepping back to protect their mental health and family life from outside pressures. Social media can amplify even the smallest details. Every photo, event, or even absence is analyzed and turned into a story by millions of people who feel entitled to comment on their private lives. For Hailey, this constant scrutiny is draining. She is adjusting to life as a new mother while also discovering who she is, and the nonstop commentary only adds stress. Becoming a parent has given her a new perspective on privacy. She isn't just thinking about herself anymore. She now has to consider how false rumors or misleading stories might affect her child in the future. That responsibility adds even more weight to the intense attention they already receive. One of the most remarkable aspects of the interview is how clearly Hailey separates her real life from her public image. She behaves differently with people who know her personally compared to the version of her that exists online. This shows she has developed a strong sense of self that isn't shaped by strangers' opinions, which is impressive given the level of attention she faces every day. By speaking out now, she seems to have reached a point where staying silent was no longer an option. She is taking control of her narrative, confronting the rumors directly, and showing what her life is truly like. It's a bold decision. It may help reduce some speculation, but it could also attract more attention. Her friendship with Kendall Jenner also highlights how Hailey keeps genuine connections despite fame. Kendall described her as caring, loyal, and maternal, showing that Hailey hasn't lost her true personality even under constant public pressure. This consistency between her private and public selves may be one of the reasons she can handle these difficult moments. Another notable part of the interview focuses on Justin's support. Having grown up in the spotlight, he understands firsthand what it's like to be constantly observed and criticized. Instead of letting this pressure create distance between them, they use their shared experiences to strengthen their relationship. His advice to stop trying to win over public opinion has given Hailey practical tools to navigate life in the spotlight. This partnership seems to help both of them manage fame while keeping their family life protected. As Hailey balances running her business road with being a new mother, her honesty about the challenges she faces makes her relatable. She isn't just a celebrity dealing with vague problems. She is a real person figuring out her life while being judged by strangers. The interview paints a picture of someone learning to handle an almost impossible situation with patience and determination. She acknowledges the struggles, but also asserts her right to privacy and authenticity. Her approach of combining openness with clear boundaries could serve as an example for other public figures facing similar pressures. Her story also highlights wider issues about celebrity culture and social media. The expectation that public figures should always be available for judgment or entertainment is unrealistic and harmful, especially during major life changes like becoming a parent. The constant scrutiny isn't just a personal challenge for celebrities. It reflects a broader societal problem in how people consume and comment on others' lives online. If you found this insight into Hailey's life eye-opening, subscribe and hit the notification bell because celebrity culture is always evolving and there is always more behind the headlines. How do you feel about the way Hailey is handling the rumors? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll continue exploring the real stories behind the public image in the next